Ladies and gentlemen, the following episode is scheduled for one fall. Coming down the aisle are your hosts of In The Kliq, Baby Huey and Bryan Danielson.
What's up, everybody? Baby Huey here for 107.7 The Bone. Back at it for a very special episode of In The Kliq, and what an exciting week is lined up for us wrestling fans. AEW has a stacked card of events. First, you have AEW Dynamite Grand Slam this Wednesday at 8 p.m. on TBS, and AEW Rampage Grand Slam this Friday at 10 p.m. on TNT, both live from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. And joining me to talk all about it is the current ROH World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli. How's it going, Claudio?
Oh, it's going great. And then you have AEW Collision on Saturday.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely. Also, Saturday nights, 8 p.m. on TNT. So, yeah, it's a triple decker now of shows AEW has every single week. I love it. But dude, this week, super excited for Grand Slam this Wednesday. It's going to be a stacked lineup. As I said, you have AEW World Champion MJF defending the title against Samoa Joe. Also, Saraya defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Toni Storm. Also, your Blackpool Combat Club stablemate, Jon Moxley, defending the AEW International Championship against Rey Fenix. Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara. And yourself, title versus title. You're putting your ROH World Championship on the line against Eddie Kingston, who's putting his New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Championship on the line as well. So, Claudio, let's talk about your match here. What's your mindset going in with this big match against Eddie Kingston?
Oh, I'm going to win. That's my mindset. I'm gonna shut Eddie up once and for all, expose him for the hypocrite that he is, and beat him in his backyard. That's my mindset.
Well, it's interesting because this has been going for a long time as far as your rivalry, your feud with Eddie Kingston. It's been almost 2 decades. I mean, at least 15 years now. I'm just curious. We saw the video package with you two with Tony Schiavone last week on Dynamite, and you guys were kind of vaguely referencing the fallout between the two of you. So has led to this grudge match. For anyone who might not know the full story, can you kind of explain why is Eddie so mad at you?
Well, so in Eddie's mind, he thinks as he always puts it, I didn't want to do business when I left the independent and went to WWE. What he forgets, though, is that kind of, or let's say conveniently glosses over, is that the why. I told him that before, that he left when we were friends. He had to go back home for whatever reason. When I needed a friend the most, and I just moved to a different country, which is kind of bigger than just moving down the street from New York, which is to Pennsylvania, which is about 2.5 hours. So then he said I started judging him. Well, yeah, of course, because you don't let your friends down, right? And then I kind of saw him for who he truly is, and I guess he's mad at that, and he's mad that I'm judging him for it, and that I have zero respect for him. But, if you went through what I've been through, you would have no respect for that person either. There's always friends that let you down, and then for whatever reason, it's all your fault and never theirs. And yeah, let's put that to rest.
Gotcha. Well, as you just mentioned a second ago, it's in Gibby and Eddie's backyard. He's from the New York area. Is that intimidating for yourself going up against Eddie Kingston? More or less, it's a hometown show for him.
It is, but I have faced hostile crowds before. I'm kind of actually looking forward to this because I really hope that the crowd is solidly behind Eddie, just because it will be that much sweeter to beat him and put this family to rest and take his championship, so that the whole of New York can see who he truly is and that he will let them down too.
I love hearing that. Are you excited at the potential being a double champion and then having one of New Japan Pro Wrestling's having the Strong Openweight Championship? Are you excited for potentially the options there for you as far as competing in some more New Japan matches?
Oh yeah, definitely. For me, I think that is a big factor to go to Japan more often, to win the New Japan Strong title, and to start making my mark in Japan as well. And also, that title, I guess, means a lot to Eddie, so it makes it even sweeter.
Exactly. Well, with the video package last week with Tony Schiavone, Eddie said, if he wins, shake his hand. Is that something you're prepared to do, is shaking hands with Eddie Kingston in Arthur Ashe Stadium?
If I win, he has to shake my hand. He still, kind of owes me that, which just shows you that what kind of person he is. So, I'm very much looking forward to him shaking my hand and telling me that he respects me after he still owes me that from 15 years ago.
Gotcha. Well, looking back on it now, Claudio, in the last 15 months now since you signed with AEW, I'm really kind of fascinated when someone jumps ship to another company, just kind of the plans going into it. So when you decided to join AEW, was the goal always to join the Blackpool Combat Club? Whose idea was it? Was there any alternate plans for you coming into AEW?
It all kind of happened, and to me, the best things always happen when they're organic and they just kind of fall into place. And, for me, I always wanted to go to AEW, but how and why, but how and when, that was not up to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when it all kind of fell in place, it just felt like natural and the perfect fit. So I was extremely happy, and it has been so awesome ever since.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool. And speaking of the Blackpool Combat Club, last week on AEW Collision, Bryan Danielson was doing a promo, and he mentioned that he plans to stop wrestling full-time after next year. So just what was your reaction to those comments, and did you know those were his plans over the next year?
I'm very close with Bryan. We talk a lot, not just about wrestling, but about life in general. And, Bryan had an absolute miracle career, as in, people counted him out so many times. He came back from things that normal people probably wouldn't. So for him to kind of call it on his own terms and end his career whenever he wants to, I think that is very important for him, and he deserves that. So, whenever he decides that enough is enough, he will do so. But I also think you have to very much pay attention to how he worded it. I'll just leave it at that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, now that, it's been a few weeks since AEW's All In show at Wembley Stadium in London, I want to ask you about your experience working the Stadium Stampede match in front of the largest paid ticketed crowd for a pro wrestling show. So congrats to AEW for that. So how was that experience to do this crazy match in front of over 81,000 people?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. It was in Europe. It was a stadium show. It was in front of, like you said, 81,000 people. And I got to fight in the royal box. How cool is that, right? So I had an absolute blast. And, I always feel like it's a hometown game for me when I'm in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And to perform in front of European fans is the absolute dream come true. And to do it in Wembley Stadium in front of the largest ticketed crowd, that's just another check mark on career goals.
Right on. Hey, as you know, I'm here in San Francisco in the Bay Area, and one of our top independent promotions is West Coast Pro Wrestling, and someone that's been helping out working here for the last few months now is someone you know very closely, your former Kings of Wrestling tag team partner, Chris Hero, but also in the last couple of months, he's also been working with AEW as a producer. How's that been for you, having your former tag team partner working in AEW?
It's been it's been so much fun to see so many old friends or people that I've known for such a long time in AEW, and to continue to make a living in wrestling, and it's been great to see.
That's really cool. Also, Claudio, I know for fans who've been following you for a long time, you've also been known as a tag team specialist. You've had amazing runs with various people as tag team partners. Hate to put you on the spot, but who is your all-time favorite tag team partner?
Yeah. You're trying to put me on the spot, but I'll just not give you a clear answer because I can't. Because all the tag team partners that I had were awesome and special in their own separate ways, and I'm still friends with almost all of them, you know. So.
Gotcha. Okay. No, good diplomatic answer right there. I like that. Listen, you're in AEW now. You've also had time in the other company. I'm just curious, what's the differences between working for Tony Khan and working for Vince McMahon?
There's a lot of difference from company to company. The biggest one being that one has been around for 40 plus years, and the other one is an upstart company, been around for 5. You know, so there's a lot of similarities. There's a lot of differences, but it's a lot of fun in AEW, and I feel like we are creating something special, and we all trying to leave our mark on professional wrestling and to make it better. And that is a wonderful thing to be part of, and a lot of fun, especially with the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, no, I love watching you guys, Blackpool Combat Club, just dominating every single week on AEW television and all the pay-per-views. Hence why I'm looking forward to AEW Dynamite Grand Slam this Wednesday at 8 p.m. on TBS, and also AEW Rampage Grand Slam this Friday, 10 p.m. on TNT. And also, as you mentioned, AEW Collision, also Saturday nights, 8 p.m. on TNT. Claudio, good luck this week against Eddie Kingston. I cannot wait for this match, especially just the blood feud that's been building for years. But good luck to you, and thank you so much for making the time today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And, if you're a fan, you're going to watch AEW, especially tomorrow, AEW Dynamite.
Awesome. Thank you, Claudio. Hope to talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. There you have it. Thank you again to Claudio Castagnoli for being on the show. Watch AEW Dynamite Grand Slam this Wednesday at 8 p.m. on TBS and AEW Rampage Grand Slam this Friday at 10 p.m. on TNT, both live from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. Plus, AEW will be back in Northern California for Dynamite and Rampage at the Stockton Arena in Stockton on Wednesday, October 4th. And tickets are on sale now through AEWTix.com. And for more info, just go to AllEliteWrestling.com. Also, remember to watch new episodes of AEW Dynamite every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. live on TBS, and AEW Rampage every Friday night at 10 p.m. live on TNT, and AEW Collision every Saturday night at 8 p.m. live on TNT. You can follow Claudio Castagnoli on Twitter and Instagram at ClaudioCSRO. Make sure to follow AEW on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as well. All right, Kliqsters, let's go home now. Remember to subscribe to In The Kliq on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're also on a ton of other major podcast platforms. Help the show out by rating, reviewing, leave a comment, and share the podcast. Subscribe to In The Kliq's YouTube channel, watch the videos, give them all a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please follow In The Kliq on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search for @InTheKliq. Email us at inthekliq@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for tuning in and for all the support. And that's the bottom line, because Huey said so.